Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well in your studies and this channel is helping you to understand the SCILAB practical content. In case you all want me to make videos on some of the topic in which you are finding difficulty, do let me know in the comment box. Before I start with today's content, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon to get more updates. Let us start with today's practical. As you all can see, we are starting with today's practical on probability theory. The first practical is on sample space and events. So before we start with the question, let us understand first what is sample and what is event. All right. Because when we know the meaning of sample space and event, the question becomes very easy for us to understand and to answer. So what is sample space, students? Sample space deals with outcome, all the possible outcomes of a random experiment. Suppose I'm performing any random experiment, for example, tossing of a coin. We all know that a coin has two sides, heads and tails. Tossing of a coin. Okay, this is my experiment. I have a coin and I'm tossing that. We all know that what all possible outcomes are going to be there. Okay, outcome means what is the result after performing that experiment. Okay, so we know that either we are going to get heads or we are going to get tails. Is there any other possibility other than this? No, because a coin has only two sides. All right, so either heads will turn up or tail will turn up. So this we are going to take into the collection, and when we consider all the possible outcomes, that is nothing but what? Your sample space. Sample space is a set of all possible outcomes. Let us take one more example. Rolling of a dice. Rolling of a dice. We all know that we all have played Ludo. Okay, so a dice has how many sides? 6 sides. So when we throw a dice or when we roll a dice, we all know that what all things can come up. Okay, what all numbers can come up. Now it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. No numbers beyond 6 gonna come because dice has only 6 sides. So either it can be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Only these possibilities are possible when we roll a dice. So when we will take them together, that becomes a sample space. So I hope you all have understood what is a sample space. Sample space is the all possible results or all possible outcomes when we perform a random experiment. All right. So I'll just write on the definition of a sample space. Set of all possible outcomes. All right. Now next, suppose, next we'll talk about event. What is an event? Event is nothing but is a subset of a sample space. For example, I have thrown a dice. We all know that dice has 6 possibilities, but I want only even numbers. So I will define a set E in which I will put only even numbers. So this is my event. Clearly, this is a subset of my sample space S in which you will be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 when you throw a dice. All right. So event is a subset of a sample space, and wherein in sample space, we write all the possible outcomes, but in an event, we write only those elements which is required. All right. I hope with this you have understood the concept of sample space and event. Let us read the question and write down we'll understand the SCILAB code on that. So here is the question which says that a fair dice is tossed. So all of us know that key, how many possibilities are gonna come. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the question says that write a SCILAB code to find. First question is sample space that an even or a prime number should occur. We have, so here we are talking about an event. All right. when we throw a dice, we all know that there are 6 possibilities, and those 6 possibilities are your sample space. But the question number 1 says that you have to get either an even number or a prime number. So that becomes our event. All right. So I will try to understand this theoretically, and then we'll try to understand through a code. So first of all, we have understood that there are a dice is thrown. So there are going to be 6 possibilities. Next, we have to find a sample space that an event or a prime number should occur. So we all know that what is an even number? 2, 4, 6. So what are the prime numbers? 2, 3, and 5. Remember, prime numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 1 and the number itself. Prime numbers have 2 divisors, 1 and the number itself. So prime number is always greater than 1. It doesn't start with 1. Prime number starts with 2, 2, 3. 2 has 2 divisors, 1 and 2. I'm sorry, 3 has 2 divisors, 1 and 3. And 5 has 2 divisors, 1 and 5. All right. So these are my prime numbers. So I'm going to define one event A in which I will be putting only even numbers. So 2, 4, 6. These are my even number. And from prime number, I'm going to take set B, in which I'm going to include only prime numbers 2, 3, 5. Okay. So, and the question says that sample space, either I should get an even number or I should get a prime number. So what or is there? Or means what? We have to find out the union. We have to find out the union of A and B. I hope this is understood to everyone. That the first question says that either when we throw a dice, either I should get an even number or prime number. That means that either I should get 2, 4, 6, 3, 5. All right. So that means here word or is being used. So we are going to find out the union of A and B. Let us read the second question. The event that an odd prime number. A number should be odd as well as prime number. So I'm going to define one more set C in which I'll be putting only odd numbers. So 1, 3, 5. So these are my odd numbers. Now I have to, when I throw a dice, the number should be odd as well as prime. Because the second question says that an odd prime number. So number should be odd as well as prime. So odd and prime. So we all of us know that it is what? Intersection. So intersection of whom? B and C. Because in B we have put all the prime numbers and in C we have put all the odd numbers. So number should be prime as well as odd. So that means we have to find out the intersection of B and C. All right. So what all output we are going to get? So number should be odd as well as prime. So output is going to be, so 2 is it going to be output for the second question? No, because 2 is a prime, but it is not odd. 3, is it going to be a output? Yes, because 3 is odd as well as prime. Similarly, 5 will be the output because 5 is odd as well as prime. For the first question, the number should be even or prime. The output is going to be 2, 3, because 2 is even, it's okay. 3 is not even, but it is a prime. So number should be either even or should be prime. Then can I get 4? Yes, because 4 is an even number. Can I get 5? Yes, because 5 is a prime number. Can I get 6? Yes, 6 is an even number. So this is going to be your output. Can the output be 1 in the first case? No, because 1 is neither even nor prime. Third question. The event that a prime number does not occur. So when you throw a dice, the prime number should not appear. Other than prime number, any numbers can turn up. So where is the prime number? Here is the prime number. Set B is containing all the prime numbers 2, 3, 5. So except 2, 3, 5, any number can turn up. So what we are going to find out? How are we going to find out? So basically, in the all the possible outcomes, I'm going to remove my prime number. So what I'm going to write? I'm going to write set difference. From which set I'm going to remove prime numbers? From sample space. In sample space, we have written all the possible outcomes, but on both those numbers we will remove which are containing prime number. Prime number is contained in B, so that I'll be writing S comma B. So basically, we have to find out the complement of set B, because if B contains set of all prime numbers, but we do not want prime numbers, we want numbers other than prime. So we are going to find out its complement. How do we find out its complement? We subtract the elements of B from the sample space. So what its output gonna be? The output is gonna be, so 1 is not a prime number. So yes, that will come. 2 will not come because 2 is a prime number. 3 will not come because it is a prime number. Can I write 4? Yes, 4 is the output because 4 is not a prime number. 5 will not come because it is a prime number, and 6 will. Now next, the event that a number is both even as well as odd. The number that is both even as well as odd. Do you know any number which can be both even as well as odd? No, right? So its answer is going to be empty set. But how are we going to give the command? We are going to give command intersect, because we want a number which is both even as well as odd. So even number is contained in set A and odd number is contained in C. So we are going to write intersection of A comma C, and we know the output of this is going to be empty set. Okay. So let us see how are we going to write on the code. I hope you have understood the question well. And if you have understood the question well, then there will not be any problem to understand the code. So see here, everybody. So here I have taken variable S, which stands for sample space when we roll a dice. We all know that when we roll a dice, there are 6 possibilities: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is written. When we store more than one variable in a when we store more than one value in a variable, we take the help of array. So here you can say array. For array, we use square bracket. Within square bracket, I have written all the 6 possibilities. Next, I have defined a variable A. A contains all the even numbers. Next variable B I have defined. In B contains all the odd numbers. And next variable C I have defined, where C contains all the prime numbers. All right. Here are the comment line which we have written after 2 slashes. That stands for comment line, which is read by only us, not by the software. Okay. Next, we are displaying the output. The first question, which was on a number should be even or odd. A number should be even or prime. So number should be even or prime. So A or C. So union of A and C we are going to take. So you can see the output. For output, we have to give command disp. Unless we give command disp, nothing will be shown on the console window. So whatever we write in the double quotes, that is being displayed as it is on the console. What it is going to display? Sample space for the event that an even or prime number occurs. Okay. And the answer is going to be union of A comma C. So union is already inbuilt keyword in the SCILAB. So when you give command union, it understands key what it has to do. So it will take union of whom? A and C. A stands for even number and C stands for prime number. So or a word was there, that is why we have used union. Next, second question was the sample space for the event that an odd prime number should occur. The number should be odd as well as prime. So odd as well as prime, and what is there? So for that we have to use intersection. So odd number is stored in B and prime number is stored in C. So we are going to take intersect. So we are going to give command intersect of whom? B and C. The third question was the prime number does not occur. So we have to take the complement of set C. So complement means what? We are going to subtract elements of C from the sample space. That for that you are going to write set diff. So set diff stands for set difference. So it will subtract the element of set C from the sample space S. So you can see the comment line says that it is a complement of the set C. And the last question was the number should be both even as well as odd. So as well as odd. So we are going to command intersect A comma B. We know the answer of this is going to be empty set. So let us see the output of this. For the output, you have to press this play button. We always write down the code in sign notes. All right. And the output we get on the console window. Where is the console window? Here. So you can see the output. For the first question, the number should be even or prime number. You can see except one, everything will come because all the numbers are even, either even or prime. The number should be odd as well as prime. That is 3 and 5. The number should be prime number should not occur. So you can see 1, 4, 6 are the numbers which are not prime numbers. And the last question is empty because no number can be even and odd. Okay. So this is the end of our practical 1. For the next practical, we are going to cover in the next week. Thank you for watching.